Yep, got to figure out how to get this 96 Dodge. Well, I found out yesterday that it's actually 95, which doesn't really change anything because I still paid what I paid for it, and it doesn't affect the value at all. So this is a 95 Dodge, but it is the 12 valve Cummins with the P pump. I got to change the lift pump, and I watched some videos on this, and I have to say they're not that good. Not that I have high standards or anything, but I guess we'll make a video of this. The one that made the most sense to me was taking the inner fender out and going in from the bottom. I guess the side. The other video that I watched, they took the master cylinder off of the power brake booster and went in from the top. And the one fella, he removed his inner fender, cut more out of the metal so he could just reach in there and get right to it. So that's what we're going to do, because I don't mind cutting something up to make things easy. It was just right at eye level when you're leaned down there. So I've got to jack this front end up a little bit, get a jack stand under there, pull this wheel, pull the inner fender, grind this out a hole, and then I got to go pick up the part. So the sun's out, but it's chilly still. I was hoping it'd warm up by now, but it hasn't. Because I'm thinking about taking Gold Rush to pick up the part. Well, why not? Sun's out. So let's do this. Well, I got the wheel off. That's a good start. I got to pull these plastic things that hold this inner fender out. I don't have the right tool. I just got a tool. We're going to see if we can't make it work for us without ruining these, because I don't want to buy any. Huh. These are going to be fun. We're going to have to buy more of these. So our lift pump is right there. So, well, I don't want to cut these wires. Maybe that guy's advice wasn't the best. Perfect. That looks nice. Sand that off a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I got to get that filter out. Can't believe this thing has oil leaks at 216,000 miles. Can't believe it. Well, that starter doesn't even look tight. Why is there a gap at the top? Oh boy. What was I thinking? I'm not a diesel mechanic. All right. That's not working. Didn't think it would. Oh, we got to unbolt that thing in the top. There's not a whole lot to this, but the stuff that is there is a bit of a struggle. So how do I want to get that off? I'm committed if I cut it. It's just a 90. Nope, 15. Nope. Maybe 13. And it's going to be a 14. It's going to have to be. Because that's what I want it to be. Yep. I expected that to be tighter. I'm glad it wasn't. I don't know if you guys work on your own stuff, but funny, someone sees you working on your truck and they're like, well, could you work on my car? And yeah, my first instinct is, man, I really want to help people, but then I think reality sets in. It's like I'm not doing this for the public. You know, I am doing this because I want to get this done so I can drive it. I'm not working on cars to make money. Do appreciate them asking, but not something I'm interested in doing. Well, does that just drop off? How does this thing come out? You'd think it just twists off. Well, how's this wire supposed to? Does that have to get disconnected up there or something? I don't know. All right. Here comes the fuel right out of the bottom of this filter. I mean, I would assume. I was expecting that. Yeah, there's a drip pan down there. The concrete. How easy is this filter going to be to get off? Yeah, that's tight. Get me one of them filter removers. Well, I'm tightening it. Man, I always do that, especially with filters. Come on now. Just do what I want. No date. All right. Now, finish getting that fuel line disconnected. It goes to the lift pump that we're trying to replace. Kind of looking forward to driving this thing. Think the heater's going to work. Think the windshield wipers are going to work. I'm going to get some of those new wiper blades. Maybe you know what? I'll do both. I'll do the passenger side and the driver's side, because I don't want Richard to feel left out over there on his side. He's very excited about this truck. I think he's more excited about the smells on this truck. It was in a field and there was a bunch of ground squirrels in the area, so smells like them. And that's something else that I need to consider, is one of those stupid animals got in here and chewed up some wires, because they do. Ground squirrels, they're not good for cars. Don't really give you a ton of room here. Nope, not loose enough to move by hand. We'll just keep using this wrench, I guess. Come on now. Oh, it is loose. Well, how come? There it goes. All right. Now I need a 10. Let's just try this one more time with this one. Oh, I did loosen it. Idiot. Well, why isn't it just coming out then? So when you take these out, when you put the new one in, you've got to get the cam lobe at the farthest. You got to get the cam lobe as far away from the piston as you can. So I'm thinking, if I adjust that now with the pressure on it, like, it'll back off on this, and later on I won't have to adjust it. So I think I'm going to do that now. It's supposed to be a 15 millimeter. Oh, great. This lights out too. Dang it. Well, here's our old lift pump. I got to take this off and put it on the new one. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to remember that at 90 is off this way, because I don't want to be messing with that in the car. It's not a car, it's a truck. It identifies as a truck. Well, I don't want to move all of that. I just want to move. Dang it. It's going to want me to use 2 crescent wrenches. It's going to be big enough. Nope. Of course not. Why would it? So apparently you can change these springs out and it'll give it more power. We're not going to do that, but I'm just telling you. Watch the guy's video on it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched some of it. But we're going to use Some Permatex. Because it says aircraft on it. I just want it on the threads. Let's get this new one out. So I've got big news. Transmission still leaks. So we got that going for us. Delphi. Is this thing already tight? Nope. Okay. Sure. I think that'll work. Well, let's see if this will go back in. I'm just going to put a little bit of assembly oil. You know, the Lucas stuff. Why not? Was it dried out? Well, what happened to this? I didn't even use that much. Well, I never opened it. Does that mean I have another? Oh, I've got another. Huh, I never used this. That was a waste. Oh, comp cams. This stuff's better. I'm going to put some of this slimy stuff on here because this is going to go right up against the cam. Why not? You know? Okay. So I've got a razor blade to get that old gasket off. And I've got to try and get it off. I'm hoping to get it off in one piece because I don't want anything to go inside the motor. Oh yeah. Can you just come off? Come on. Dang it. Thought I had it all. Well, I think we got it. I mean, the upper part that I was just trying to get. There's still more. Just gonna put some brake clean on this rag and wipe it down. It's got oil and stuff. Well, we are ready to install our lift pump. I'm going to put this gasket on here. And then I'm going to push this up there and hopefully these screws, bolts go right in. And I definitely want to get that. There we go. Maybe I'll worry about one bolt at a time. This is like putting a fuel pump on a small block or a big block. You got tension on the pump because it pushes off of the motor. Well, does this not go? Well, now hold on. Why isn't this just pushing through? Are these holes not big enough for the You got to be kidding me. Oh, car parts. Well, that's stupid. These freaking bolts don't go through the holes. Oh boy. That just... Oh boy. I don't want to drill this out. I shouldn't have to. Maybe it's designed like that to hold your bolt on. I think we can make this work. I'm thinking it's a design that they did, because you can thread your bolt through. We're just going to go with that idea. Okay. But I can't turn it by hand. This definitely isn't my favorite job I've ever done. Definitely not the worst. I think we're doing something. I think we did one side. Well, let's hope we can get the other side. Man, I'm having fun. I think the most exciting part is as soon as I'm done doing this, I'm going to have to do like a dozen other things. What I'm saying is this thing's got issues. But a lift pump isn't one of them. Well, we're not done yet, but someday. This thing is just killing my back and my neck, my shoulders. Okay, that's tight. Can live with that. Now we gotta get this 90-degree hose on. Come on. It's like this fitting is like an inch for it's like this fitting is an inch closer to the block than the old one. So we got that going for us. I gotta take a break from this. Walk away, you know. take a quick break. Well, the lift pump is installed. I don't have any good things to say about the Delphi. It you the 90 that comes off of this lift pump, it should line up right where the old one was, and it's closer to the block. So you've got this 90-degree hose that is $41 if you order it from a diesel place, probably plus shipping, which is just stupid. It's just a little 90-degree hose that's half-inch in inside diameter or outside, I don't know. But anyway, I had to take that hose off, trim one end, and force this thing on. In that time, the stupid clamps that you have to use pliers to release the pressure to get them to move, one of those broke. So it's been a battle, but it's everything's in. The new fuel filter's in. Now all I have to do is prime it, and then we can hopefully fire this thing up. So we're just gonna push on this thing for an hour. My Duramax, you had to do this for right when you thought you were done, you do it a lot more. And then when you think you're done that second time, you do it some more. But this plunger should get firm. I'm not a fan of working on a Cummins. It's just oily, greasy. I don't know what I'm doing. Has a lot to do with it. You know, you think you fix an oil leak and you didn't. Well, I don't know if I pumped it enough, but let's try it. So it sounded like it was close to going. Well, maybe that's enough. Pretty firm. Come on, just start and run and idle. Kind of made noises like it was going to do something. Well, did we do it? Probably not. We're going to try it anyway because my hand's tired. All right, am I supposed to open up one of these? I mean, am I supposed to bleed the system? I am not having fun with this at all. I'm very much over it. This truck might be going on the marketplace because I absolutely do not like working on this. There's nothing fun about it. I better go. I'm going to go look this up on the internet. I'm incredibly frustrated. Been working on this thing for what, 5 days, and it's still a oily, nasty truck. it won't run. And I'm a pretty positive guy, really am. But this sucks. So I'm going to go onto the Google machine and see if I can't figure this out. Sound good? Well, here's an update. I should have put diesel fuel in the fuel filter before I primed it. I didn't do that. You're supposed to do that. So what I did is I took air, I pulled the filter off again, put my air nozzle in the fuel tank with a glove, and ran air into the fuel tank until I saw fuel come out up here. Then I put the filter on. I did it again to try and fill the filter. Then I tightened the filter back up, put the water sensor thing on there, and pumped it a whole bunch of times. I pumped it a lot, okay? So hopefully that's what the issue was. So we're gonna give her a whirl. I wanted you guys to see it if it does turn over. So let's give it a try. That has been an absolute fight. We still don't even know if the transfer case works. Well, now all of a sudden I'm excited about this and I'm ready to take it for a drive. So let's throw this front wheel on, get the jack out of here, and see if it moves. Sure stinks. I should put some anti-seize on here, but I'm sure we're going to have this wheel back off in no time. All that is transmission fluid. But it's not going to stop me from test driving it. Well, the moment of truth. I think the heater is working. Does it have a dome light? Where would that be? Oh, look at that. It works too. Okay, we're in 2. Let's see if I can figure this out. Well, that heat feels nice. Overdrive off, overdrive on, brakes work. Dang, this thing's even got turn signals. Well, is it going to go into drive? The moment of truth. Oh, it moved. I think we're going to go for a drive. Luckily, I still have AAA. We're moving. Wonder if there's anything underneath this that I'm going to drive over. At this point, I don't care. Okay. Wow. Should we check reverse? I wasn't kidding. We're checking reverse. Reverse works. Let's see if we can make it further than we went last time. Shocks actually feel pretty good. Ooh, I didn't like the way that shifted. That shifted really hard. Here we go, Richard. Oh, that, I don't like that. Oh, we're still moving. I like the whistle sound of the turbo. Whoa, we're rolling coal. I saw in the rear view mirror when there were some headlights behind me, and I hit the accelerator pump and it dumped some smoke, some black coal. But the first to second shift is a little, I think it's actually getting better. But overall, I'm happy. I haven't driven one of these in a long time, and I feel like I'm driving a tractor, literally. This is pretty cool. Something about a big inline six diesel. My Duramax was a pretty cool truck. You know, it had the chip and the pipe, and it was the LB7. That truck was a lot of fun to drive, but this is just completely different. But our transfer case is working, the transmission's working. Still got to figure out the transmission leak. I'm pretty sure it's the dipstick tube. But we're back home. We went on our first drive in this, and it brought us back. I am hungry. I'm dirty. And I'm excited. We're just going to park this right here. So hopefully it'll start tomorrow. Heater works. That is exciting. They say when you fill your automatic transmission up with ATF, you should put it in all the gears manually. I'm wondering if that'll help our first through second shift. Heck yeah. Well, it worked. We made it back. It was a massive fight, but we got through it. We just got to deal with that right away. All that ATF that I thought I fixed yesterday, I didn't. So it's definitely not the transmission oil pan. I think it's coming from the dipstick tube. So we'll figure that one out. But yeah, next we've got to do the oil change. Um, and I'm going to order some headlight bulbs that are brighter. You were just riding along. It's those aren't bright enough. I need new wiper blades, and I definitely need to get a center cap for the driver's side. I mean, this is a classy rig. I want it to look like Grandpa let me have it. My grandpa never had one of these, but if he was a farmer, maybe he would have had one and given it to me, but he wasn't. So we'll get some more stuff going. And actually, we'll get back to work on the wagon now that this thing is all in one piece again and running and driving. So anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I love the feedback. Thank you.